Prince Andrew is demanding a trial by jury and has formally denied all the allegations against him as he gave a court in New York his official response to allegations of assault.
The cleanest and quickest way to solve a problem like Prince Andrew would be for him to do, if you like, the best thing, the most honourable thing, and that is to step back entirely from public life.
The British royal family has always been a source of fascination for people worldwide, with a mix of elegance, tradition, and, of course, scandals.
Now with the explosive new tell-all about the royal family. Finding Freedom focuses on the exit of Harry and Meghan from the royal family and the allegations of a rift between Harry and his brother William.
Over the past few years, we've seen headlines ranging from Harry and Meghan's royal exit to the controversies surrounding Prince Andrew. But just when we thought we had heard it all, Prince Andrew pulled a move so bold, so unexpected, shocking, and so scandalous it left King Charles unconscious. What could Prince Andrew have possibly done to cause such a stir within the British royal family? Join us as we uncover more. A fall from grace. It was supposed to be an ordinary day at Windsor Castle. Courtiers bustled through the hallways, ceremonial traditions unfolded as usual, and King Charles III prepared for yet another duty in his still relatively new reign. Reports from insiders suggest that the king, known for his composure even in the most trying of times, was left visibly shaken, so much so that he allegedly passed out in disbelief.
Now, the fallout of this scandal means that Andrew is apparently no longer attending Christmas at Sandringham with the rest of the royal family.
This was caused by none other than his younger brother, Prince Andrew, Duke of York. The royal family is no stranger to scandals, but this moment has reportedly rocked Buckingham Palace to its core. Details remain murky, but whispers of Prince Andrew's bold and potentially reckless actions have sent shockwaves through the monarchy. What could prompt such an extraordinary reaction from a monarch who has weathered decades of royal drama? And why now? Keep watching to find out. Let's start with Charles, the eldest son of Queen Elizabeth II and heir to the throne. From his youth, Charles carried the weight of expectation as the future King of England. Educated at elite institutions like Gordonstoun and Cambridge, his life seemed destined for greatness. But beneath the surface, his journey was anything but smooth. Charles carved out a distinct role for himself, championing environmental conservation, sustainable development, and architectural preservation. He founded the Prince's Trust in 1976, which has since helped millions of young people in the UK and beyond. When Queen Elizabeth II passed away in 2022, Charles ascended the throne at the age of 73, becoming the oldest person to do so in British history. As king, Charles has sought to modernize the monarchy, emphasizing inclusivity and environmental stewardship. Before we dive into the jaw-dropping moment that left King Charles stunned, let's revisit the turbulent history of Prince Andrew. Known as the Duke of York, Andrew was once one of the most celebrated members of the royal family.
Andrew was the only royal who acted entitled, and that her interactions with Charles and Prince Edward were nothing short of respectful.
His charm and military career earned him respect. But over time, his reputation has been overshadowed by controversies. Andrew Albert Christian Edward was Queen Elizabeth II and Prince Philip's third child and second son. Known for his charm and adventurous spirit, Andrew's early life seemed destined for success. Andrew attended the Britannia Royal Naval College and went on to serve as a helicopter pilot during the Falklands War in 1982. His bravery and dedication earned him public admiration, and he was often seen as a dashing, heroic figure. After leaving the military, Andrew took on royal duties and became the UK's Special Representative for International Trade and Investment in 2001. However, his extravagant lifestyle and associations with controversial figures began to tarnish his reputation. The fall of Prince Andrew from royal grace has been one of the most dramatic and publicized controversies in recent memory. Once considered a favorite son of Queen Elizabeth II, his life took a turn for the worse as his association with disgraced financier Jeffrey Epstein came to light. Prince Andrew is believed to have met Jeffrey Epstein in the early 90s through their mutual friend Ghislaine Maxwell, a British socialite and Epstein's close confidant.
Jeffrey Epstein was arrested last year. There were a number of survivors that came forward after that, a number of witnesses who came forward as well. Since Ghislaine Maxwell was arrested last week.
Maxwell, the daughter of media tycoon Robert Maxwell, had long-standing ties with aristocracy and high society, making her a connector between Epstein and influential figures. That's not all. Over the years, Andrew and Epstein's relationship became well documented. The prince reportedly stayed at Epstein's properties in New York, Florida, and the Caribbean, and they were often photographed together at exclusive events. In 2010, after Epstein had already been convicted of soliciting a minor for prostitution in Florida, Prince Andrew was seen visiting him in New York, a meeting that would later haunt him. The scandal culminated in a disastrous 2019 BBC interview where Andrew's attempts to clear his name backfired spectacularly. The public backlash was swift and unforgiving, resulting in his withdrawal from royal duties and the eventual stripping of his military titles and royal patronages. The Epstein scandal wasn't merely a blow to Andrew's reputation. It marked a significant crisis for the monarchy itself. Critics questioned how someone so closely tied to allegations of abuse and misconduct could remain connected to the institution. Under immense public pressure, Queen Elizabeth II, in one of her final major decisions as monarch, distanced Andrew from the royal fold. When King Charles ascended the throne in 2022, many wondered how he would navigate the sensitive issue of his brother's role within the monarchy. Unlike his mother, who was known for her unwavering support of Andrew, Charles had long been critical of his younger sibling's actions. Insiders suggested that Charles was keen to maintain a leaner, more modern monarchy, with little room for controversies like Andrew's to linger.
The holidays may look a little different this year for the royal family. According to the BBC, citing royal sources, King Charles's younger brother, Prince Andrew, plans to step away from 2 annual Christmas celebrations.
However, Andrew's attempts to stage a quiet comeback persisted. His appearance at his mother's funeral and other family events hinted at his desire to rehabilitate his image. But the public, and many within the royal household, remained skeptical. Despite his diminished role, Andrew seemed unwilling to fade into the background entirely. For King Charles, managing his brother's delicate situation while upholding the monarchy's image has been a balancing act. The king's vision for the institution hinges on stability and modernization, both of which stand in stark contrast to the chaos Andrew's presence often invites. With royal observers scrutinizing every move, it seemed Charles had finally drawn a firm line regarding Andrew's future, or so he thought. The bold move. Just when it seemed like Prince Andrew had accepted his relegated position, he stunned the royal family with an audacious and unexpected act. Reports suggest that Andrew, defying both royal protocol and his brother's directives, made a public announcement that caught even the most seasoned palace insiders off guard. What exactly did Andrew do to elicit such a visceral reaction from King Charles? While details are still emerging, sources point to a bold attempt to reclaim his place within the royal fold. Some speculate that Andrew may have leveraged sensitive family information or used a high-profile platform to issue a direct appeal to the public. Others believe he made a strategic move tied to his finances, perhaps even threatening legal action to restore his status or challenge his diminished role. Timing is everything. And Andrew's decision could not have come at a more precarious moment for the monarchy. With King Charles navigating the challenges of his new reign, including public skepticism, political shifts.
Prince Andrew has said that he ceased all contact with this alleged Chinese spy whenever the issues were raised to him. But we've been here before, haven't we, with allegations surrounding...
And the ongoing rift with Prince Harry and Meghan Markle. Andrew's actions appear calculated to disrupt the fragile equilibrium. Sources close to Buckingham Palace reveal that Andrew has been quietly working on a personal project, a tell-all memoir detailing his life as a royal, including explosive secrets about the inner workings of the monarchy. Yes, you heard that right. A tell-all memoir from the Queen's once-favored son. But that's not all. It's not just the idea of a memoir that's causing the uproar. It's the content. Allegedly, Andrew's book includes never-before-heard details about his relationship with the late Queen Elizabeth II, his strained ties with King Charles, and even some shocking accusations about other senior royals. This wasn't just a personal project. It was a direct challenge to the royal institution, and King Charles reportedly wasn't informed until the last minute. When the news finally reached him, the reaction was, let's just say, dramatic. Now, here's where things get really interesting. The details of how King Charles discovered Andrew's plans are still murky, but one insider claims the revelation came during a private family meeting at Windsor Castle. Picture this: the royal family gathered in a room, with tensions already high due to ongoing issues with Harry and Meghan. Andrew reportedly dropped the bombshell by announcing his memoir in person. The reaction? Absolute chaos. Witnesses say King Charles went pale and initially tried to remain calm. However, as Andrew revealed more about the book's content, Charles became visibly agitated. And then, according to some reports, the unthinkable happened. Charles fainted. The story doesn't end there. After King Charles regained his composure, it's said that he confronted Andrew in a heated exchange that could be heard throughout the halls of Windsor.
Prince Andrew wants to write his own tell-all autobiography. The Duke of York has told friends he wants a chance to change the public's perception of him.
The king allegedly demanded Andrew abandon his plans immediately, warning him of the catastrophic consequences it could have on the monarchy. However, Andrew, emboldened by what he believes is his right to tell his story, refuses to back down. Prince Andrew's audacious move has sent tremors through the royal institution, raising critical questions about the future of the British monarchy. The fallout from his decision not only threatens to reignite controversies long thought buried, but also places King Charles III in an unenviable position. Preserving the monarchy's reputation while managing the personal and public implications of his brother's actions. For the monarchy, image is everything. Over the centuries, the institution has relied on a delicate balance of tradition, public service, and mystique to maintain its relevance in a changing world. Scandals, however, have consistently tested this equilibrium, and Andrew's actions represent a direct assault on the royal family's already fragile standing. Following decades of damage control, the monarchy must now contend with the resurgence of Andrew's name in the headlines, this time tied to an audacious, highly publicized maneuver that many interpret as defiance against the king himself. Prince Andrew's past, particularly his association with Jeffrey Epstein and accusations of misconduct, has already left an indelible stain on the royal family. While Andrew has denied all allegations and reached a financial settlement to avoid a prolonged legal battle, the damage to his image, and by extension, the monarchy, was immense. By taking this latest bold step, Andrew risks dredging up these old wounds for the royal family. Public sentiment, already skeptical of the monarchy's role in modern Britain, may harden further. The timing is particularly precarious for King Charles, who is still carving out his own identity as monarch after Queen Elizabeth II's historic reign. His attempts to modernize and streamline the institution, including a focus on environmental advocacy and public service.
It is a belief in the extraordinary ability of each person to touch with goodness and compassion the lives of others and to shine a light in the world around them.
Could be overshadowed by Andrew's self-serving actions. Critics argue that Andrew's move exposes a rift within the family and undermines King Charles's authority. The king's ability to enforce discipline and maintain a united front will be questioned, particularly if Andrew's gambit goes unanswered. For an institution so reliant on public trust, even the appearance of internal discord can be deeply damaging. But what drove him to such extremes? Some argue that Andrew's motivations stem from a sense of entitlement, a refusal to accept his diminished role after decades of privilege. Others suggest desperation, an attempt to salvage his legacy and secure financial stability as his royal ties dwindle. Whatever the reasoning, one thing is clear: this was no impulsive decision. Andrew's bold move was deliberate, potentially reckless, and undeniably seismic in its impact. As king, Charles faces the monumental task of holding the monarchy together in a time of unprecedented challenges. From navigating the fallout of Prince Harry and Meghan Markle's revelations to ensuring a smooth transition to his reign, Charles has had little room for error. Andrew's actions now present an additional and deeply personal challenge. The aftermath. What is next for the monarchy? Insiders suggest that Charles is determined to uphold his vision for a slimmed-down monarchy, focusing on senior working royals and shedding the excesses of the past. However, Andrew's refusal to quietly retreat could undermine this vision. How Charles handles his brother's defiance will be seen as a test of his leadership and resolve. Beyond the immediate fallout, Andrew's actions highlight deeper issues facing the monarchy. In an era of increased transparency and accountability, the royal family's traditional reliance on secrecy and control over its narrative is becoming less tenable. The public's appetite for scandal fueled by social media and a 24-hour news cycle ensures that even the smallest misstep is amplified. For King Charles, the challenge is not only to manage the immediate crisis, but also to rebuild trust in the monarchy. This will require a delicate balancing act, ensuring that the institution remains relevant while addressing the growing calls for reform. Andrew's actions, however reckless they may seem, serve as a stark reminder that the monarchy's future depends on its ability to adapt to the demands of a changing world. But what about the public?
How does the soon-to-be king really feel about his newsworthy younger brother? Has the relationship between Prince Charles and Prince Andrew worsened in the wake of recent events? Or was the brotherly bond always lacking?
As you might expect, reactions have been mixed. Social media has erupted with debates, with some people praising Andrew's boldness and others condemning him for what they see as a selfish and reckless act. Royal experts have weighed in, with some predicting that the memoir could mark the beginning of the end for the monarchy as we know it. Others believe this could be Andrew's desperate attempt to rebuild his reputation after years of scandal. Either way, one thing is clear. This isn't just a family drama. It's a public spectacle with massive implications for the future of the British royal family. When the shock of Prince Andrew's bold move settled, all eyes turned to King Charles III. The monarch, known for his careful deliberation, had been thrust into yet another crisis that demanded swift yet calculated action. The aftermath of Andrew's defiance required more than damage control. It called for a defining moment in Charles's reign, one that would either reaffirm his authority or risk further fractures within the royal family. First, Charles convened an emergency meeting with his closest advisors. Sources close to the palace indicate that this meeting included high-ranking royal aides, legal counsel, and select members of the royal family, such as Prince William and Princess Anne. The king reportedly made it clear that Andrew's memoir posed an existential threat to the monarchy's reputation, especially at a time when public scrutiny of the royals was at an all-time high. One of Charles's first moves was to leverage legal channels to block the memoir's publication. Palace insiders suggest that a team of top lawyers was immediately tasked with reviewing potential breaches of confidentiality agreements or royal protocols that could prevent the book from hitting shelves. The king's official response came in the form of a firm yet measured statement issued by Buckingham Palace. The statement reaffirmed the royal family's commitment to public service and underscored the importance of accountability, subtly addressing Andrew's actions without explicitly naming him. Simultaneously, the king sought to address the issue behind closed doors, personally summoning Andrew for what was described as a crucial one-on-one meeting.
Well, King Charles might be feuding with his own brother. Page 6 is reporting that the monarch has been left tired and furious because Prince Andrew refuses to do what he's told.
This private meeting between the brothers reportedly took place at Balmoral Castle, away from the prying eyes of the media. Witnesses say the atmosphere was tense, with King Charles expressing his deep disappointment and anger over Andrew's actions. According to insiders, Charles delivered a stern ultimatum. Either Andrew halts all plans for the memoir and issues a public apology to the family, or he risks permanent exile from royal life, including being cut off financially. Andrew, however, stood his ground. He reportedly argued that the memoir was his opportunity to share his truth, insisting he had endured years of unfair treatment by both the public and his family. The confrontation ended without resolution, leaving the brothers more divided than ever. For King Charles, it was clear that Andrew's decision to proceed with the memoir could not go unanswered. Behind closed doors, however, Charles's actions were far more decisive.
King Charles officially removes his younger brother, Prince Andrew, from Buckingham Palace.
According to palace insiders, the king made it clear that Andrew's position within the family would not be renegotiated. Among the most significant measures was the decision to permanently exclude Andrew from any official royal engagements, a move that sent a clear message to both the public and the family. Additionally, the king is said to have tightened control over the royal family's finances, ensuring that Andrew's expenditures tied to royal resources would be closely monitored. Prince William, often viewed as the monarchy's modern and sensible figure, reportedly advocated for swift and decisive action. He argued that Andrew's behavior couldn't go unpunished, no matter the family ties. Meanwhile, Prince Harry, although estranged from royal life, couldn't resist weighing in. Sources suggest Harry was contacted by mutual acquaintances within the family and expressed disdain for Andrew's self-serving behavior. However, Harry also took the opportunity to point out the double standards within the institution, comparing Andrew's treatment to his and Meghan's. And then there's Camilla, Queen Consort, who is said to have supported Charles through this ordeal. Known for her pragmatic approach to royal matters, Camilla reportedly advised the king to take a firm stance. Her influence on Charles has grown significantly since his ascension, and this situation only strengthened their partnership. Other royals, including Princess Anne and Prince Edward, were equally appalled by Andrew's actions, but focused on damage control.
Princess Anne and Prince Edward are to become stand-ins for the king if he's overseas or unwell. The king personally requested the pair to be added to the list of those who can deputise for him.
They reportedly offered behind-the-scenes support, ensuring that Charles didn't have to navigate this storm alone. Others, however, were less pleased. Princess Eugenie and Princess Beatrice, Andrew's daughters, reportedly expressed dismay over their father's treatment, believing that he had already paid a heavy price for his past actions. Their mother, Sarah Ferguson, also voiced her concerns, though privately, urging Charles to show leniency. The situation reignited long-standing tensions within the family, with some questioning the fairness of the king's decisions. However, Charles remained unwavering, recognizing that any sign of leniency could further erode public trust in the institution. Just when you thought the drama couldn't get any juicier, insiders suggest there's even more turbulence on the horizon for the royal family. One of the lingering questions is whether Andrew will move forward with his alleged tell-all memoir. The very idea of such a book has sent shockwaves through the palace. What secrets could it reveal? If the memoir does see the light of day, it could become one of the most controversial publications in royal history. Experts believe Andrew might aim to justify his actions and shed light on the inner workings of the royal family. However, many fear the memoir could also delve into deeply private matters, such as Charles's early years, his tumultuous relationship with Diana, or even long-standing family rivalries. It could also reignite debates about Prince Harry and Meghan Markle's departure from royal life, dragging their names back into the spotlight. Andrew's threat raises another critical issue: the extent to which royal secrets can remain hidden in an era of increasing transparency. While the monarchy has always operated with an air of mystique, events like this remind the public that no institution is immune to scandal. Speaking of Harry and Meghan, royal watchers believe the Sussexes could play a pivotal role in the unfolding drama. With their own tell-all projects already stirring controversy, Harry and Meghan might either align with Andrew or use his actions as an opportunity to distance themselves further from the monarchy. There's even speculation that Harry's upcoming projects, including the next Invictus Games, could coincide with Andrew's memoir release, leading to a media frenzy that pits the brothers' narratives against each other. As the heir to the throne, Prince William is increasingly stepping into a leadership role within the royal family.
I, William, Prince of Wales, pledge my loyalty to you, and faith and truth I will bear unto you, as your liege man of life and limb. So help me God.
Insiders say he's been instrumental in advising King Charles on how to handle Andrew's latest scandal. However, this situation could also test William's ability to balance his public image as a dutiful son with his private frustrations over Andrew's actions. Could William emerge as the monarchy's unifying force, or will the pressure expose cracks in his relationship with Charles? Camilla, Queen Consort, has reportedly been a quiet but influential presence throughout the crisis. Known for her pragmatic approach, Camilla is said to be encouraging Charles to take a firm stance against Andrew. However, her involvement could also lead to new tensions within the family, especially if Andrew perceives her as meddling in matters that don't concern her. Finally, the British public's reaction to the ongoing drama will play a crucial role in shaping the monarchy's future. While some people continue to support the royal family, others are growing increasingly critical, questioning the relevance of the institution in modern society. Polls suggest that younger generations in particular are losing faith in the monarchy, viewing it as out of touch with contemporary values. If the royal family fails to resolve its internal conflicts, it risks further alienating this vital demographic. As the dust settles, one thing is clear: the British royal family is at a crossroads. With King Charles grappling with his brother's audacious move, the monarchy faces its biggest test in decades. Will Charles rise to the occasion and solidify his legacy as a strong and decisive ruler? Or will Andrew's actions expose cracks in the institution that can't be repaired? And with whispers of more drama involving Prince Harry, Meghan Markle, and even Princess Anne, it's safe to say this saga is far from over. Stay tuned for more updates on the royals as this story continues to unfold. What's next for Prince Andrew, King Charles, and the monarchy? Only time will tell. But one thing's for sure: the drama is just getting started. What do you think the future holds for the British royal family? Will they overcome these challenges, or is this the beginning of the end? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share this video. Also, click on the following videos on your screen. You will love it.